Friday, July 30, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching My Media Prime Television. This is Prime News coming to you live from our headquarters in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. My name is FON QUINTA. The news starts now. The need to accelerate the payment of government's COVID-19 grants to the business sector has been emphasized. The emphasis was laid by Prime Minister Dr. Joseph John Gute during this month's cabinet meeting at the Star Building in Yaoundé. Details with NOLINGA.
These are stakeholders from the various interministerial departments in Cameroon partaking in the July cabinet meeting chaired by Prime Minister Chief Dr. Joseph John Gute in Yaoundé. It's been 1 year since the issuance of the financial package granted by government to support small and medium-sized enterprises in Cameroon, but the realization of these projects got disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic and thus the wake-up session to assess the impacts so far.
So far, we can say that 721 actors were supported by the state 100% in terms of objectives.
It should be recalled that the sum of 1.7 billion francs CFA was allocated to support businesses in the tourism sector, and so far, the process is still ongoing with the aim of supporting hotels, restaurants, alongside other touristic attractions in the country.
Having had this amount to share between so many aspirants, we had to organize a number of meetings, which we have concluded. And the Prime Minister, the head of government, instructed me to accelerate.
Another aspect that was touched to wrap up the July cabinet meeting was the COVID-19 pandemic and the progress of vaccination.
To have just 14 patients in a hospital, 415,000 persons who is vaccinated.
Meanwhile, on his part, the Minister of State Property, in the course of the session, presented a report on the experimental phase of the inventory of public property. While drawing the curtains for the July cabinet session, Prime Minister, Head of Government Chief Dr. Joseph John Gute emphasized on the need to accelerate the payments of COVID-19 grants to businesses in areas where there's deficit.
Now, the National Women's Convention for Peace in Cameroon taking place at the Yaoundé Conference Center have entered day 2. The conference, which brought together over 1,000 women from all walks of life across the national territory, is expected to end tomorrow, July 31, with major resolutions. Details with Nora Kakebi.
It is day 2 as women from different walks of life converge on Yaoundé, not just to talk about the ongoing socio-economic crisis rocking the country for 5 years now, but they are equally determined that it is a new dawn for lasting peace, development and equality. Women from diverse backgrounds in Cameroon are making their voices heard, and one of the women says the women are very hopeful things will definitely fall into place. She says it is a laudable initiative as there is no price tag for peace.
Pour nous, c'est encourager la participation inclusive de toutes les femmes.
It is a laudable initiative for women to come out and make their voices heard. Peace is priceless. We all should work towards ensuring peace.
Parce que la paix, ça n'a pas de prix.
The 3-day conference is expected to produce a draft proposal plan on how women can be actively involved in policy making on peace-building issues, conflict resolution and prevention. The conference, which was organized by some women leaders in collaboration with the German-based organization Friedrich Ebert Foundation, aims at sending a strong collective message that Cameroonian women long for lasting peace. The organizers reiterated that women have a very important role to play towards achieving a sustainable future and peaceful societies. Majority of women have continued to be neglected during sustainable discussions and peace-building processes. It is therefore hoped that by the close of the 3-day convention, a policy paper will be produced by the various women delegates on what needs to be done for peace to return. It is also hoped that the women will make a historic declaration for peace in the country and create a huge platform for women in peace-building processes.
Now, the public investment rate for public investment projects in FACO division stands at 20.1% for the physical execution rate and 10.1% for financial execution rate, indicating a 12% decrease. The figures were made public by the chairperson of the Divisional Follow-up Committee for Public Investment Budget Projects in the FACO division. Details with Kuma Onure.
Stakeholders in the follow-up of public investment budget in FACO division have been called upon to collaborate with one another in order to achieve better results for public investment projects in the 2021 financial year. The call was made by the chairperson of the Divisional Follow-up Committee for Public Investment Projects in FACO, Honorable Etombe Ikome Gladys, during the second quarter participatory follow-up meeting to evaluate work done so far in the division. She reminded divisional delegates and service heads to follow up all projects under their ministry, since they are responsible for the smooth implementation of their ministry projects. Honorable Etombe Ikome Gladys equally urged stakeholders to collaborate with mayors to give them the necessary support to enable them accomplish their duties with respect to executing projects in their various municipalities to make FACO division stand tall as far as the execution of public investment projects in the Southwest region is concerned.
For today, we had only 4 councils represented in the meeting. It is not a healthy situation, and we just are advising that mayors should make an extra effort to come to the meetings, because in these meetings we share experiences and no one knows it all.
On her part, the divisional delegate for Minipad FACO, Madame Pascaline Eko-Oben, called on mayors to work hand in glove with technical services to achieve the set goals. She regretted the fact that the execution rate of public investment projects in FACO division indicates a 12.01% decrease as compared to same time last year, which stood at 34.01%.
We are at 22% fiscal rate of execution and 10% financial rate of execution as far as the second quarter for the follow-up of BID is concerned. So there really a problem with the award procedure as far as councils are concerned. So we are trying to call on all the mayors to try to work hand in hand with the technical team, especially MINMAP, that is in charge of the award of contracts.
The chairperson was, however, optimistic that the execution rate will triple by the time stakeholders meet next, and urged them to take their responsibilities and do what is expected of them in their various sectors. The meeting ended with some recommendations arrived at in order to accelerate the execution rate of public investment projects in FACO division. One of such recommendations is to organize seminars grouping technical services with tender board members to sensitize them on the award proceedings.
St. Louis University Institute is now an official partner of Masha University in Malaysia. A partnership due to this effect was signed today, July 30, with representatives of both universities. Officials of St. Louis University Institute believe the partnership is a portal for international opportunities for both students and lecturers. Details with Joy Ngong.
This is the moment that crowned the official signing ceremony of a memorandum of understanding between St. Louis University Institute of Cameroon and Masa University in Malaysia. Signed on Friday, July 30, 2021, the partnership collaboration between the two universities specialized in medical sciences and technology will go a long way to create international learning opportunities for students registered with St. Louis University Institute.
The students will be able to have an open access into the world at large at a very, very affordable rate. With Masa University, they will give them this opportunity to continue with their masters, even at a very, very affordable cost, and they can even have the possibility to get a double certification That means a certification from MASA and from their partners in UK.
With MASA University being one of Malaysia's top universities, famous for its health science programs and excellence in business and engineering, the CEO of St. Louis University Institute sees this partnership as a major step towards technological development and innovation of their programs in the long run.
We have a problem of cross-pollination. Problem of cross-pollination in the sense that we are doing things, but we are kind of like short on technology and short on opportunities and short in energy.
Aside the enormous benefits this partnership with MASA University will bring to students of St. Louis University Institute, it will equally create a platform for lecturers of the school to fine-tune their teaching skills.
With the partnership, we'll also be able to do what we call, as the doctor said, cross-pollination, where our lecturers, not only for the pharmacy department, but for all the other departments, will be able to have some training, on-hand training in several areas just to improve on their teaching skills, how to evaluate students, and how to coach students.
St. Louis University Institute is one of the top-ranking private higher institutions of Cameroon, specialized in the domain of medical sciences, engineering, agriculture, as well as technology. The administration believes that the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Higher Education have a lot to benefit from the collaboration with MASA University Institute, as they will get the best-trained medical scientists, agricultural and technological engineers out of Cameroon.
Over in the Northwest region, the 14th edition of a holiday tournament organized by Honorable Walang Richard Ebwa, Member of Parliament for Menchum South constituency, earlier suspended due to the ongoing conflict, has bounced back. Finals of the tournament that aims at enhancing peace and unity and equally pave the way for each free back to school within that municipality will take place on August 29, 2021. Details with Charles Kibwa from Bamenda.
The 14th edition of a holiday tournament, dubbed Ruth, donated by the Member of Parliament for Menchum South constituency of the Northwest, Honorable Walang Richard Ebwa, aimed to enhance unity, which was suspended due to the ongoing socio-political crisis rocking the two Anglophone regions, has bounced back to be a unifying tournament given the love for the game by the teams and population of his constituency. Atega Simon, veteran footballer and organizing committee chair, told pressmen the organizing committee for this year's tournament had to ensure they wave out all challenges, reflecting a long back to the 13th edition.
This is the 14th edition. You know, last time it was suspended in 2018 because of the crisis. So now the donor have decided to restart the competition again. This is the 14th edition that we are playing. This competition its aim is to bring unity and togetherness to the entire women population. We have 10 teams that are competing. Every team is entitled to 2 or 3 jerseys. We have Abonga FC, which is playing at Tico. Abonga is leading 3 goals to 0. Our difficulties are those ones. The outside part of the field, we are trying to put it down. It's still bushy. But I bet you on Wednesday, before the match will take the place, on Wednesday the field will be good.
The bounce back of Honorable Walang Richard Ebwa competition crowd pulling a unity tournament playing at the Women's Centenary Stadium with 10 teams began July 4th will run till August 29, 2021. The tournament in its 14th edition has stood the test of time in bringing youths of the constituency and division during summer holidays, keep them occupied by engaging in sports football with community spirit felt and the need for peace from the various communities in the constituency round football as a unifying factor. Compete the trophy donated by the unity-oriented parliamentarian Honorable Walang Richard Ebwa. Its finals is expected to be played August 29, 2021 to ensure a free back to school come next school academic year.
In a related story, the mayor of Limbetu Council has launched a special holiday scheme program for youths in his municipality. The special holiday scheme aims at giving youths the opportunity to showcase their talents in the field of football. Details with Kuma Onure.
Divisional officer for Limbetu subdivision, Serge Meke Eba Albed, has lauded the initiative of the mayor of the Limbetu Council to engage youths during the summer holidays to keep them free from crime and other vices. He was speaking during the launching ceremony of the first edition of the New Generation Football Tournament that took place recently at the Ngeme Omispo Stadium Annex. Diocese Meke Albert applauded the Mayor of Limbe 2 Council, His Royal Highness Wokadan Ndive, for demonstrating an unmatched show of dynamism at a time when other councils have simply gone to slumber under the pretext of the COVID-19 pandemic, coupled with the crisis in the Northwest and Southwest regions, leaving councils' coffers empty.
The organizer, what they lead, it will control like that, and other people have to take inspiration from what they are doing. And to all of us, we can assume that all this sporting infrastructure, that some people are insulting, some people are criticizing our good infrastructure from our youth to expose and to showcase their talent. We are ready to receive the AFCON here.
On his part, the mayor said the tournament, dubbed Chief Walker Daniel the First New Generation Football Tournament, is an opportunity for his council to permit youths showcase their talents in the field of football. It is the mayor's wish that the tournament grows leaps and bounds, and why not produce players to play in the national team and the UEFA Champions League.
Football is a unifying factor. Football is what a talent. Both the best team and most of our youth. So we need to encourage them in this direction. Because nobody knows tomorrow we have started here today and we will be successful beginning. And we don't know in the nearest future we might see some stars coming up from this particular initiative.
The mayor went further to highlight some projects earmarked by his council to engage youth during the summer holiday, such as holiday jobs to some 150 holiday makers, as well as the award of partial scholarship to some pupils and students for the next academic year. The chairperson of the organizing committee, Charles Eyum Sama, who doubles as the Secretary General to the Limbe 2 Council, pledged on behalf of the organizing committee for the smooth running of the tournament, while thanking all those who promised their sponsorship. The tournament, which will run for 1 month, shall witness the participation of 10 teams drawn from all the 12 quarters in Limbe 2 municipality. The event was made colorful with traditional music from some cultural groups within the Limbe 2 municipality.
And on Tokyo 2020 Olympics page, out of the 12 athletes who took over Japan to defend the national colors, only 6 are left in the competition. Cameroonian judo Kambala Athangana has been eliminated this Friday by her Turkish counterpart, Kiria Said. Details right ahead. Friday, July 23, 2021, Team Cameroon wowed the world with its outfit at the opening ceremony of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games taking place in Japan. 8 days into the competition, out of the 12 athletes who took up for Tokyo to defend the national colors green, red, and yellow at the Olympic Games, only 6 are left. The 6th athlete to have crashed out of the global competition is Hothens Bala Atangana, this morning eliminated from the 78 kilogram judo after bowing to her Turkish opponent, Said Kera. Cameroon is left with 6 athletes, including Emmanuel Eseme in 200 meters athletics, Esomba Chiako Emilian in wrestling 53 kilograms range, Eve Charlene Jume and Elizabeth Milasoni for swimming, Zhang Eyenge and Clementine McKechnie in weightlifting, 76 and 87 ranges respectively. A delegation of 32 persons, made up of 12 athletes and officials, traveled to Tokyo, Japan for the competition originally scheduled to take place from the 24th of July to August last year and was postponed due to COVID-19. The competition saw over 11,000 athletes from about 205 countries taking part in the Continental Jamboree with motto Faster, Higher, Stronger Together. With no medal won yet for Team Cameroon, it is hoped the 6 athletes left would back home at least a gold medal. Now, a man in Britain has been slammed to 5-year jail term for stabbing a 16 cat in a series of night attacks between 2018 and 2019. This story and more compiled by Alan Sama on our World Roundup page.
Filipinos resisting to receive the COVID-19 vaccine have been threatened by President Rodrigo Duterte with stringent measures like detention. Frustrated by the slow pace of COVID-19 vaccination in the badly hit Asian country, the leader said people should choose between taking the vaccine or going to jail. The said vaccine, called ivermectin, is an anti-parasite drug widely used to treat animals. However, ivermectin had been proclaimed an alternative treatment for COVID-19, but the US and Europe regulators, as well as the World Health Organization (WHO), have recommended against the vaccine. According to reports, the Filipino president has made it glaring that uncooperative citizens will have to confine themselves in their houses until they are ready to be vaccinated. In Britain, a security guard has been jailed for more than 5 years for stabbing 16 cats in a series of nighttime attacks. Stephen Bouquet reportedly killed 9 cats around Brinton between October 2018 and June 2019, while injuring 7 more. The 54-year-old man found guilty in June had denied the 16 counts of criminal damage and possession of a knife. Stephen Bouquet, who has been named the Brinton cat killer, was sentenced to 5 years 3 months in prison at Hove Crown Court. Nonetheless, before he was sentenced, some owners of the cats told the court about the impact of the killings. A man in Hong Kong has been slammed a 9-year jail term for riding a motorbike into police officers while flying a flag with a protest slogan. Tong Ying Kit, whose flag bore the phrase, "Liberate Hong Kong Revolution of Our Times," was earlier found guilty of inciting secession and terrorism. He is the very first person to be charged under Hong Kong's controversial national security law. Friday's verdict sets the tone for how future cases might be integrated. It should be noted that since 2020, 100 people have been arrested after the law came into force. According to critics, the move reduces Hong Kong's autonomy and makes it easier to punish activists. However, Beijing insists that the law is needed to bring stability to the city.
Eileen Summers' board roundup ends today's edition of Prime News on My Media Prime Television. The news was compiled by Vith Tata and produced by EWANE NOLINGA. My name is FON QUINTA. Prime Act comes about exactly 7 p.m. with Gumlo, and stay with us.